How about some good old homestead cooking with pork roast and veggies? I dug deep in the freezer and found some pork loins. Yes, they're that old. I've got some squash pickles. They're like a sweet and sour pickle. A little bit of zucchini relish left over that was in the refrigerator. We've got some small onions left, some fresh garlic cloves, some bell peppers, some fresh carrots, and some potatoes that we grew. We're going to compile this and make a delicious and flavorful pork roast and veggies. First, let's get this meat opened up. This is some pork that we raised and butchered ourselves. We package it quite well to prevent any freezer burn. We wrap everything in plastic wrap, 2 layers of plastic wrap, before we wrap it with freezer paper to help prevent freezer burn. And let's see how good it worked. This inner loin is 6 years old. Most people would probably throw this meat out, but if you've ever raised your own meat and butchered it, you're not going to be throwing it out, and it looks to be perfectly fine. Let's take a look at these bigger pork loins. They look good to me so far. Again, double wrapped in plastic wrap. This is just something we've always done with our meat. Hey, that looks pretty good. No freezer burn marks at all. Let's get cooking this meat. But look how good that looks. This is gonna be good. Come along. I'm going to be using this electric skillet today. We've had this for several years. It'll cook this pork roast just perfect. And yes, I'm putting frozen meat in this electric skillet. I'm going to drizzle some avocado oil in here just so we can brown this meat up. Put the lid on to help it cook a little bit faster. In the meantime, we're going to finish preparing the garlic. I've peeled them. We're just going to trim off the tops. And we're going to be coming back to these a little bit later to press them. Chopping up the onions here. These are some of our onions that we grew. It's just the last of our fresh onion stock that we have. It's roughly a cup of onions. Just gonna chop up these carrots, and no, I don't peel the carrots because that's where your nutrition is. We've never peeled our carrots here. The meat continues to cook. It should be brown on the one side. Yep, we're just going to go ahead and flip these over so they can continue to cook and thaw out. Put that lid back on. Alright, let's press these garlic cloves. This is just the last of some fresh garlic I had. I believe there's 7 cloves here. You can add the garlic to your liking. But I love this garlic press. These are some potatoes from our garden. Yep, they're a little bit wrinkly, but look, they're perfectly good inside. Again, I'm not peeling because that's where your nutrition is. Let's see if we can break this meat apart a little bit. We're going to add some salt. Start seasoning this meat. I'm just using pink Himalayan salt. And this is some black pepper. We like black pepper here. Add in that fresh garlic. And the onion. Those frozen chopped bell peppers. Yep, I'm using that whole bag you saw in the beginning. These are some peppers that we grew and preserved. Here are the squash pickles, or squiggles as I call them. They've got some bell peppers in with them and some onions. There's the zucchini relish. These are some things I had in the refrigerator that I knew would add nice flavor to this pork roast. We're just going to let that cook. I'm adding in some liquid aminos and Worcestershire sauce here. Some apple cider vinegar, the raw apple cider vinegar. I've got a dehydrated pepper blend here. I'm just going to sprinkle some of that in here because we need more flavor, right? And this is just some leftover Italian salad dressing I had in the refrigerator that needed to be used up. That's beginning to cook down nicely. The apple cider vinegar that I added helps tenderize the meat. If I had to guess on the amounts, the apple cider vinegar, I would say I probably added a cup. The liquid aminos and Worcestershire sauce combined, I would say probably half a cup. And the salad dressing, that's just a bonus. You don't have to add that if you don't want. Here I'm just breaking up the meat. It's nice and tender here. It's basically how long you want to cook it, just until your meat is nice and tender. And you can see how easily I can break it apart with this wooden utensil. Let's add the carrots and the potatoes and get those cooking. Then we're just going to cook the veggies until they're tender. You can add any vegetable that you would like. These are just our favorite. Yep, potatoes are done. We're just going to toss all that together and incorporate all of those juices and flavors. Who doesn't like a one-pot meal? Make some homemade biscuits and you're set. Tom's got his fork ready. You guys take care. Until next time, stay well.